Yeah.
So with this, I meet so many people who are always looking to transition, their careers. And I always hear kind of the sadness in their voice when they say, but I have no experience, or I have no transferable skill sets. And many of the time, you do, right? And so, like, let's maybe walk through a quick example, right? Somebody who works in like sales, for example, maybe they're all of a sudden passionate about, working as a recruiter. So when you think about it, right, it's all about finding what are the common kind of things that both those roles share. And there needs to be a little bit of research done, right? Because especially the harder the transition, the more research needs to be done and understanding what the skills are. So like going from, HR to being a software engineer, that's going to take a little bit of time. So understanding what are the skills that will make you excel in the role. And Glassdoor and all these different websites, Indeed, looking through resumes and looking through job descriptions is really helpful. Because if you are somebody, let's say transitioning from sales to recruiting, you'll realize that people are your common ground. You'll realize that you're trying to sell your company, your company's products to a client, but in recruiting, you're selling your brand to a candidate, right? And so finding ways to position yourself based on those different common themes and common skills will sort of help people to do that. That's one piece of it. And two, I always say, like, work with a counselor, work with your mentors, find people in the field who can also kind of give you a better and realistic sense of how long it will take to transition, because you can't become a computer scientist overnight, but you do need to start, at some point. And that could just be taking a few classes for maybe an hour a week. And the more time you have, the more, lenient and flexible you can be with that goal. But they'll give you a realistic expectation. Like, you cannot learn Java, at the level that a computer engineer needs in a big corporation in a week, right? You may need 3 months or 4 months. And starting to build those connections and to really leverage them will help you get that information you need in order to start making that transition. Again, the earlier, the better.